What's going on, folks? Painless. I wanted to talk about, I've shared a lot. Well, the times that I have posted videos, I've shared a lot about my split. And y'all may be tired of hearing about that already. And as you can see the title of the video, I remember when my ex-wife's mother passed away, and my ex-father-in-law, he was a cool guy. He's probably, and my ex-mother-in-law, my ex-wife's mother who passed away, I loved her dearly. I didn't really, me and my ex-wife's brother and some of the family, we didn't really click. I mean, they weren't bad people. We just really never clicked. And, it came a time, I would just stop going over there, doing family functions and stuff like that, because a lot of my ex's family, we didn't really click. They were Mormons and all this stuff, and I had my beliefs about religion, even though I don't go to church. But I investigated Mormonism, and I just wasn't, the racist past of Mormonism. I encourage you all to look it up. That left a sour taste in my mouth. And I remember I had a conversation with my ex-brother-in-law about those things, and his response was kind of nonchalant about it. And then we get to talking about culture and interracial dating. It's really changed my perspective in hindsight. So we didn't, a lot of my ex-wife's family, we didn't click. Like, again, they weren't bad people. We were just, two groups of people. And this is a side note, if you ever decide to marry a woman or get settled, and even vice versa with women, you decide to get serious with a guy, you need to really spend time with that family before you get on them papers with somebody. You got to be able to click, and you're not going to get along with everybody. I have blood family members that I don't particularly care for, but they my blood. But anyway, when my ex-wife's mother passed, her father couldn't do anything, because he was so reliant on my ex-mother-in-law who passed, and I bring that up, I'm not going to go into that deep, but, doing bills and making sure paperwork is squared away. A lot of men rely on women to do things for them a lot. And I'm totally against that. When I was married, my ex-wife, she made money. She worked. She had little side gigs. But I paid all the bills, which was fine. But she was really, she wasn't very good with money. I wouldn't say she was bad with money. She didn't go out and spend money on clothes every weekend. She didn't need to get her hair and nails done. But as I got older, I would really watch the money. And, some of the ventures that she wanted to do, I didn't think they were very good. The timing was bad. And I understand taking risks and all that good stuff. But I never wanted to be in a position where I had if something happened to her, I couldn't do shit. I couldn't pay the mortgage, or I didn't even know. I didn't want to be in a position where I didn't even know how to pay the damn electric bill. And that's what my ex-wife's father went through. You know, and it's kind of like how masculinity is shunned to be a straight. And I've talked about this even before my divorce, about how straight masculine men are a threat to people, especially being a black man. If you're not out here bojangling and talking crazy and running up in women's faces all the time, being a thirsty nigga, you're looked at as an oddity, kind of like. You're looked at as, you know, people can't figure you out because people love to put others in boxes. Like black men are supposed to be like this. And when I'm not that way, it shocks people. People don't like people they can't figure out. You know, and I'm not mysterious. I just don't fit that prototype. And I exercised that same mentality when I was married. I watched money. I wasn't one of these fools out here buying rims and clothes. First of all, I think guys that as soon as they get a little money, as soon as they get their paycheck, they running Friday afternoon, they in the mall or the outlet trying to buy an outfit. I think that's very feminine to me. That's a female. I would expect that from females. But again, my ex-wife wasn't really like that. She was a dreamer in a sense. And I'm more of a realist guy. Okay? You know, so men, you know, and that was part of the reason why we split. You know, I'm very much in control of my money now. You know, aside from the emotional aspect of going through an event which I went through, I kind of spent a little bit more, but I was compensated. But I'm very much in control of how I run my life in terms of responsibilities. You know, I put money aside. And I like I said again, I know how to wash my own clothes. I know how to cook. I know how to pay bills. And some guys don't know how to do that. A lot of guys don't know how to do that. If a woman walked at them, they wouldn't know what to do. Simple shit like filling out forms, doing this and that. I'm very prompt. And what I find now, a lot of women now don't know how to do shit. And I felt myself, even when I was married, where I was being the one, I was playing my natural role as someone who was a provider, someone that wasn't acting off emotional impulse, somebody that was a realist, someone that was in control. But the way women now and society is now, it makes you feel like you're doing wrong. Like you're being too stern or firm. And I'm telling you, man, if you're like that, keep doing what you're doing. It's nothing wrong with you. It's society. And I even myself now, I gotta keep self-assessing and reassuring myself with that statement. It's not you, Painless, it's society. Now, some people may say, well, that's pretty damn self-righteous of you to think that it's nothing wrong with you. It's the rest of everyone. Well, you know what, damn it, it is. American society is jacked, it's whack, it's false, it's a facade. It's like Bizarro Land. You remember Superman had a little enemy, his little arch nemesis, and his name was Bizarro. And in Bizarro's world, any of y'all who followed comic and all that stuff. Left was right, down was up, bad was good, and that's the world we live in. In American society is like bizarro land. That's what we living in now. So to be a masculine man that takes charge, that doesn't kiss women's asses, and I'm not saying be a dickhead, but just play your position, your natural role as a leader. And what I found with my ex-wife, I was the one, and where great responsibility like that, being a natural leader and being in control, you need to understand, men, that you can also be weak. And what I found myself doing was, I was like, damn, sometimes I need somebody to check me. But I think my ex-wife, she was so used to her father not really being that masculine man the way that I was. And it came a time, and it was interesting, when we first got married, she would run and seek the advice or approval of her dad over me, and I had a big problem with that. And any man should have a big problem with that. And I would be like, well, go ask your dad. Go ask your daddy how you think about this. You know? But back to women nowadays in American society, a lot of these women can't do shit. And when you speak with authority, and like you got some sense, you almost look shunned. You know, you make women feel inadequate. And a lot of women are inadequate when they come up. And see, what's going on? A lot of women been dealing with, excuse me, a lot of women, ooh, some water. A lot of women been dealing with so many dusty ass dudes, not just black men, because you got a lot of dusty ass non-black men. When they find a good guy, they don't know how to react, and they sometimes feel inadequate or shameful because deep down in their psyche, they know the shit that they supposed to be doing as women. A woman is a nurturer. A woman should know how to do certain things. Like, you know, I can cook. And I ran into instances where women couldn't cook. And when I would prepare meals, because I love to cook, I can tell they felt some kind of way because they knew damn well they supposed to be knowing how to cook. And a lot of people are scared of what they don't understand, as I said earlier. A lot of women are scared of guys that got their shit together because they've been dealing with fuck boys all their life. When you come around, and some of y'all who watch my other videos, a lot of women out here that I've associated myself with, they think I'm selling rocks because I'm able to live on my own in Hawaii while their cousins, and I'm not tooting my own horn, while their cousins are living 4 goddamn generations in a house just to make ends meet, and here I'm laying up by myself and can go out and spend money, be on the town, and all that stuff. That makes, and they won't say it because a lot of women are vain, but you can feel their body language. You can feel their mannerisms, or tell by their mannerisms that they're like, damn. And sometimes that turns into you being a hot catch. And I'm cognizant of that too. I'm not here to save nobody. I tell chicks, look, I just got out of a long ass marriage. And I would get into certain things which caused our marriage to end, you think I'm going to change for you? And again, that goes back to women recognizing a nice guy through trial and error, and they want you to save them. And I'm like, no, I'm not in the business. I'm not putting on no cape. I am not in the public safety business. I am not here to save your life. So you think the stuff that I got, that me and my ex-wife and I got divorced, you think I'm going to jump back into that shit and deal with that shit again? You got another goddamn thing coming, chick. It ain't happening. It ain't happening. And you can feel how you want to feel. Because guess what? You gonna need me before I need you. Now you can take that how you want. We can be friends. But I ain't jumping into shit. And women, again, because they can be very selfish, that burns them up when they know a dude doesn't need their ass. That's what I'm discovering now. They don't like that shit. But you know what? I can give a damn. I don't care. Because you know what? I got to do me. And you only get one life. And I'm going to live it, unrestricted. Under my own rules and consequences and parameters. Like I said, if I got married again, she's going to have to be damn near flawless. Serious up, man. I refuse, again, I'm not in the saving business. I refuse to deal with that shit again. So now that you've been dealing with fuckboys half your life, you see a nice guy and you think nah. Nope. No sirree. I don't think so. But about to go in this store. Got me some cod yesterday. I'm gonna fry it up, get me a salad, chill. All right, folks, painless out.